Hi, my friends. I have like a running mental joke that I got this fancy new phone. I got the, iPhone 13 Pro a few weeks ago. And I got it partly because I wanted to use it to make nicer YouTube videos, but my joke is that I literally use it to take cute cat pictures instead. Oh, hi, baby. This is my little kitten Binks. He's not so little, he's 4 months now. He's such a sweetheart. He has a brother, Nova, who is still finishing his dinner. But anyway, so that's the running joke, is I have this fancy new phone that I don't really do much with, but I do take cat pictures. But here we are, we're using cinematic mode, which I have to say looks pretty good. So that, with much preamble, is your welcome to this video. Thank you so much for being here. Today I want to talk about body neutrality versus body positivity. I'm sure you've heard a lot about one of these things, and I kind of want to share why I don't love or really promote the term body positivity and why I think body neutrality is a better fit instead. So without further ado, let's dive into it. In case you're new here, my name is Kathrine Kofoed. I'm an anti-diet health coach. I'm a nutritionist. I help women heal their relationship with food and create healthy habits that last for life. Every time I do an introduction in a video, I remember that I didn't really introduce myself in the last video I filmed. So that's great, love that for me. But I'm really happy to have you here. I create a lot of content on how to heal your relationship with food, how to overcome all of the weight loss myths and confusion that is out there in this diet and wellness world, and how to really sift through the BS and figure out what is true, what is evidence-based, and what's actually gonna help you make long-term change, right? Beyond that, I share a lot of content about food psychology, healing your relationship with food, overcoming food obsession, exercise obsession, really how to make food just a part of your life instead of feeling like mentally it takes up your whole world, right? That's a big part of what I do. I work with clients one-on-one. I work with clients in my group program, The Method, Healthy Habits for Life. If you're looking for more details on that, you can find it in the description below. I would love to help you heal your relationship with food, do any of these things. I also specialize in plant-based nutrition and reducing risk for chronic disease. So I care a lot about what I do. It's really fun. It's so exciting. I get to help people change their lives and feel better than they ever have, which is a really rewarding job to have. So let's dive into today's topic. If you haven't, please like and subscribe. It helps support my channel and it lets me know what kind of content you guys want to see. I'm doing better at doing all the little YouTube-y things. So today, like I said, talking about body neutrality and body positivity. Hi, little guy. You see his cute little tail in the background. Oh, are you gonna sit next to Mom? What a nugget. Hi. Binks does this thing where when he's eating, he like needs a bit of moral support. So in the morning I feed them breakfast and then he comes out like 3 times. I'm usually hanging out in the kitchen, making coffee, drinking lemon water as you do. And he comes out like a solid 3 times and he's like, meow, because he needs a little hug and a little kiss to keep eating his breakfast. So you're getting a lot of kitten talk today. Diving in, body neutrality versus body positivity. So you've probably heard of the term body positivity before. It's been really trendy the last couple years in pop culture and in the media. We're starting to see more inclusivity, more size inclusivity, more body inclusivity in terms of seeing larger bodies celebrated in fashion, in media, being represented in health and wellness realms online, whether that's physical magazine or a digital magazine, you know, like online media platforms, that type of thing. But this is still like, size inclusivity is still very underrepresented, right? As you know, if you are living in a plus size body or a mid-sized body and you are trying to go clothes shopping, I don't deal with these struggles, so I will not presume to know what that is like, but I've certainly talked to a lot of women who do. And based on how few brands create clothing that is size inclusive, I can only imagine the struggle. And I guess my point is that I think a lot of people try to capitalize off of body positivity and make it seem like their body size or the way that they look hasn't been inclusive or accepted by media. I see a lot of that with wellness influencers, and it quite frankly like just comes across as very disingenuous, because if you're a thin white woman, you're not, like, the body positivity movement wasn't really created for you. And I think a lot of people really misconstrue body positivity as like, oh, I struggled with my body image, therefore body positivity is for me. And don't get me wrong, I'm not here to gatekeep anyone from body positivity, but I just mean that originally the movement was not created for thin people. It was created for people in larger bodies, right? To celebrate bodies of all sizes, but especially larger fat bodies. So all of that said, I think there's a separate conversation around thin privilege and the fact that the most beautiful, attractive people that you know have probably struggled with their body image, and then the actual body positivity movement. It's kind of similar to like white privilege, right? Just because you experience white privilege doesn't mean you haven't had struggles in your life, but you still benefited from white privilege. It's very similar with thin privilege. So I just want to make it clear why I'm saying these things, because I think it's really important to acknowledge that. Because quite frankly, the reason I don't speak much about body positivity on my platform, whether it's on TikTok, on Instagram, whatever, is because it is not something that was made for me, and that is for other people. That's how I feel about it. So what I really like to talk about instead, and what I like to help my clients with, is body neutrality. And I think too, a part of the body positivity, like body love movement, is very much like, I love my body, radical self-care, radical self-acceptance, which is wonderful. But I think for a lot of people, that level of self-love and self-compassion is very, very hard to come to when you have been struggling with your body image your entire life. If you come from 20, 30, 40 years of hating your body every single time you look in the mirror, literally loathing the way you look, of never wanting to take a picture, going from that intense loathing of your body and the way you look, and then flipping that to, I love my body, I'm beautiful no matter what size I am, it's just not gonna happen. You're trying to leap from here to here in one go. Like, it's just never gonna happen, right? So that's another thing too, is it feels like all these like positive affirmations of like, I love my body, I'm beautiful, I'm worthy, I'm enough. Obviously it's all true, but saying these statements isn't gonna help you if you don't feel like they're true, if you feel like they're a huge lie the entire time. So that's why I think it's really important, and it's much more helpful, it's much more beneficial to focus on body neutrality instead, which is, instead of I hate my body, my body carries me through the world every day. I'm so grateful for my body for everything that it helps me do. I'm so grateful for my body for keeping me alive. I had a group coaching call the other day, and we did this exercise, a journaling and expressive writing exercise for radical self-compassion, and it was really good. And it was a lot talking about body image and appreciating your body for everything that it does for you, right? And that might sound cheesy, but if it does sound cheesy to you, I encourage you to really think about this and maybe journal it out. What does your body, on a very like physical level, what does it do every day for you? Gets you up in the morning, it carries you through your day with energy, with mental clarity, with good mood, with good digestion. Those 4 things right there are things that I, at one point in my life, did not have any of. And there are a lot of people who don't have any of those things. Mental clarity, good mood, good digestion, and high energy throughout the entire day. There are plenty of people who don't have those things. If you have any one of those things, you're doing good, and your body is carrying you through that, right? Our body carries us everywhere on earth. It's incredible. So that was that's a short, I have plenty more to say about that. But when it comes to body neutrality, this is really what I mean, is like, appreciate your body for everything it does for you. You don't have to love every single part of the way that it looks, but also like, remember that we're humans, we're animals, our species looks the way we do. You can't really radically alter that. I mean, sure, you can get plastic surgery, right? But that's not going to be an option or a choice that most people are going to make. So how about appreciating your body for what it does do for you, and accepting that this is just the way it looks, right? And again, don't take this as like, oh, this is the way it looks forever, as a defeatist thing. It's like, this is the way my body looks right now. Hating it hasn't gotten me anywhere. Hating it has only gotten me to a more negative spot. If I don't have to love my body right now, can I at least appreciate it for what it does for me on a daily basis, right? Can you do that? Can you do that? So that is really why I encourage a mindset of body neutrality versus really pushing the body positivity thing. I think body positivity is wonderful. I just think it's for people living in larger bodies. It would feel very disingenuous for me to promote, frankly. I had this whole long story in the beginning about that. I could have just said that, but I do think it's important for you guys to understand why I feel that way. So that kind of sums up, I think, most of my thoughts on body positivity versus body neutrality. A lot of people, it can feel like impossible, or it can feel too almost like cheery and like fake happy to say, I love my body, I'm so beautiful, I'm so strong, I'm so worthy, you know, no matter how I look, I'm beautiful. A lot of women at the end of the day, and men too, I'm sure, but you know, especially women, are not gonna believe that about themselves, even if it's true. Even if I think it's true, even if you think it's true, they're not gonna believe it about themselves. And at the end of the day, I always say this to my clients, you are the only one living in your head, So let's figure out something that's gonna work for you, because you're the one experiencing life through your brain, right? So if I can help you hate your body less, and eventually that gets you to a place where you're like, hey, I actually really appreciate my body for what it does. My body is a literal biological miracle. I'm so grateful I get to experience life on earth in this body. How amazing is that? If I can help you get to that place, I consider my job is well freaking done, and you are doing great by implementing that, right? So I'm very much about, let's reduce barriers to reaching the results you want, and let's reduce barriers to hating your body less. Let's reduce barriers to feeling so obsessed with food. All these things. So body neutrality, food neutrality, that's a topic for another video, but if you guys would like to hear more about that, let me know in the comments. For now though, I'm really curious, can you share with me in the comments, what has been your experience with the body positivity movement? What do you think about it? I would love for us to have a bit of a conversation in the comments about this, because quite frankly, I see a lot of people like pushing body positivity, and I feel like it's not for everyone who's pushing it. So I'm very curious what you guys think. That's kind of my take as someone who is a content creator and a health professional in the wellness space, in the health online space. So I'm curious what your take is. Share with me below. Stay tuned. I am posting new videos every single week. Subscribe, like, comment, all those things. I'm on Instagram at Passion for Plants. You can find me on TikTok at Kathrine Kofoed. I love to hear from you guys, so please leave me a comment. They literally make my day. I'm not kidding you, they make my day. I have some really nice YouTube comments I got a couple months back, like saved in my vision board because they were so sweet. So I'm not kidding, they make my day. So leave me a comment and make my day. Okay, that's all I have. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you soon.